There we go. My mic is on. Hey, Tan, could you say something real quick? Hello.
Okay, I think you're a little bit louder than me. Let me turn you down a smidge.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're good. Hey, welcome to Outfit Wars on Emerald this time. This is going to be Ghosts of the Revolution versus MIID. Do they have Midfit Company? There we go. Midfit Company, that makes sense. I'm joined by my co-caster over here, who's being represented by the dancing duck person GIF. That is TandBinc.
Hello.
Hi, Tand. Thanks for casting.
Thanks for having me.
So today, let's talk a little bit about these teams. Let's give a bit of introduction. So GOTR is, as far as I know, a very long-standing outfit on Emerald. They've been around, since launch. They've got some long-term people in there. You know, well organized from my understanding. Good outfit overall. And then on the other side, we got MIID. MIID is, I believe, it's a company, perhaps, of midfits. We've got Frost, Tall, PSOA, and Volt all on that team together. I don't know much about those outfits individually, but typically some of those are some pretty good players. Especially Volt. I see some names in I know some of the names in Volt. Like I'll see them and be like, oh, I see that name a while. So there we go. Anything you want to add real quick?
I conducted some pre-match interviews with the population of our esteemed Emerald
Oh,
server.
sure. What did the census say?
Yeah, I asked what they thought about this match and who they thought was gonna win. I got some very interesting responses. Local homeless man Lude NC said that these will win.
Okay.
He asked him to elaborate, but he paused to type and was gunned down by Clyde McGunman from Winter Gaming. So
Oh my goodness.
I
Come
was
on,
not able to
Lude.
complete that interview.
An unfortunate interview. Well, thank you, Lude, correspondent Lude, for the on the streets interview. We appreciate your sacrifice, and God bless Winter Gaming.
God bless Winter Gaming.
All right, we got 30 seconds left until the match starts. We're gonna go in game now. Well, I'm gonna break things. I think we're good. Everything looks good. All right, let's go over openers real quick. I need to change my sensitivity. It's somewhere. Where is it?
I will check out Ghosts of the Revolution if you want to go to mid.
Okay, so I don't know what TR is.
Well, I see you're already over here, so I'll go to the other side.
Okay, it looks like this is GOTR. We see scythes and stuff. Very lot of scythes, a couple of galaxies. Those are typically going to have some maxes in it, or they're going to be bulldogs probably. Yeah, bulldog galaxy is very strong right now with the buffs that they got. Let's go ahead and fly over. Ooh, real
Very
quick.
strong air opener from mid as well.
Mid.
Almost entirely air, it looks like.
That is like basically all air. So they're going to be vying pretty heavily for the center control. Looks like they're all going actually. Some of them are not going center base, so they're going to be starting out on the side caps a little bit here.
Yeah, mid is certainly focusing Bitter Gorge, it appears.
Lower his mic. Whose mic? My mic or Tan's mic? You'll hear this in a minute. Let me know then. Let's take a look over at Bitter Gorge Garrison, see how this starts out first. Looks like some anvils coming in. Heavy anvil over here. Looks like NC right now is in control of the point. Anvil goes down, taken down by Scythe over here. Mid's beginning to push down, GOTR's beginning to push down on A point right now. Mid's currently in control. Galaxy overhead for TR. No drops, it looks like. Air battle raging on overhead. Let's take a little look at the air overall. Difficult to say who's winning currently in the air game.
I'm seeing a lot more scythes over Bitter Gorge than I'm seeing mosquitoes.
Perfect. I don't know much about air, but if I see more scythes, I'm going to assume then that VS is winning. VS who is
we've got a couple
TR.
real cheeky mag riders on the side of the cliff, west side of Bitter Gorge, firing down onto, I believe that's C point.
I see,
B point,
yeah.
rather.
Got a couple of them over here. Yeah, B point, rather exposed. Point is on the roof for the B point. Hold on, my overlay is wrong. Sorry, I scaled it down. Let's fix that real quick.
Some infantry battles occurring over on B point at Granite Head Reactor. Mid firmly in control of this triple stack. Although there are still drops beacons coming in from GOTR.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the bases real quick, see what's going in favor. So we got TR is currently capping Arzek. And then NC is currently in favor of Bitter Gorge and Granite Head Reactor. Granite Head Reactor is going to be a pretty strong base to hold just because it's in the center.
Mid firmly in control of Granite Head right now. GOTR did have a bust that got up, but Mid were very quick to react and wipe that out.
Definitely. Not much going on over here. Let's take a look at Bitter Gorge. Looks like there's some action headed over there. Looks like A point's currently a bit in contention. This is actually like sometimes a smart thing to do. Leave 1 point unflipped just so you can come back and deal with it later. Because, you know, you're gonna right now, Mid is forcing GOTR to like, are you gonna try to contend Granite Head or are you just gonna give it up? Because they got 40 seconds left on that timer. And then Bitter Gorge, if you keep the timer, if you keep it on a slow cap, you give more time to rotate the rest of your people back over to this 3 point. But looks like points going, it's flipping back and forth right now.
30 seconds on Granite Head, a minute on Satcom. Granite Head will flip in favor of Mid. It looks like there is currently no GOTR pop in that hex. Meanwhile, Satcom is fully controlled by GOTR, but there's only 1 to 12 in that hex, so mostly a ghost cap. Fight is firmly over Bitter Gorge.
Yeah, looks like Granite Head. There's a little bit of pop over there, but I suspect it's too little too late as it goes 2, 1. There we go. First cap goes over to NC. NC is Mid. A lot of galaxies over here for GOTR over here. There definitely looks like they're going to be contesting Bitter Gorge Garrison right now.
GOTR much more of a vehicle play. I see Mag Riders on literally every cliff all around this base.
Oh, 1, 2. Do they have any on this cliff? Not on that cliff. So not every cliff, but a lot of cliffs. We see a lot of drop
on 3 sides.
I got a triangle of Mag Riders right now.
Triangle of Mag Riders. They are triangulating the source of Mid's power, and I believe it is currently on C points, is where Mid is held up.
Let's go ahead and
GOTR leveraging this vehicle advantage to hold A and B firmly.
Oh yeah, you can hear all the PPA going in right now. They're going to be getting bulldogged as well, pretty hard. So Mid's going to have difficulty pushing out.
Actually, we have a Mid push on B.
Say that,
Mid
yeah,
is flipping
B point's coming over here. I wonder where they came from. Must have been beacon based or something. I think I see. Yeah, here's the beacon right here.
Meanwhile, Satcom has gone through for GOTR, so that is 1-1 score right now.
Perfect. 1-1. Both teams in favor of 4 points. But because Mid did get Granite Head before, they're going to be a little bit ahead of points right now. It's currently 24-26.
GOTR has actually started a back cap on Hydroponics compound.
That's going to be good. That's going to definitely put some pressure over here, because if you look at the timers, both of them are around 3 minutes. And so, you know, they've either got to deal with that back cap or they have to try to push this one through. And either way, they're going to have about a 40-second window to play with. Do a little pan over here. Looks like C point is still in favor over here for Mid. A point still in control of GOTR. It's probably going to stay that way for quite a while, just because of the way, you know, the air dominance that GOTR has right now. Although Mid does look like they're pushing up a little bit right here. They're coming up the stairs right now.
Small GOTR push on B just got wiped.
Looks like Mid is currently bleeding very heavily for A point right now. A couple of them are going down.
They flipped it though. That takes a lot of time off the timer. We're down to 40 seconds, whereas a minute ago it was 33 minutes. So.
Yeah, so that's big timer over here. Point being contested. B point's being fought over right now. Zooming on over to B point. Take a look at what's going on in here. Oh, not up here. On the roof. In favor of GOTR for now. Although Mid is definitely contesting them behind. They've got a beacon on the roof right now. Looks like Mid is doing a lot of logistics through beacons right now. And those galaxies are probably where a lot of GOTR players... Oh my gosh, it's a tag. God bless. I love it when tags randomly show up sometimes, and I'm a big fan of that.
I'll tell you what though, GOTR needs to ditch these vehicles at some point.
They got to make a play at this point. B point's flipping down. A point's flipping. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So GOTR's going for the A point right now. That's going to be good. That's going to be a strong point for them. They got to do something though. Mid's doing a really good job of bringing this timer slowly down. It's down to 45 seconds. GOTR's got to do something. They got to get some of their pop rotated in here.
I will say in the meantime, it looks like someone from Mid has stopped the back cap at Hydroponics, but GOTR has now flipped all 3 points at Granite Head Reactor.
That's going to be pretty big. GOTR looks like they're making a push towards C point right now. You might want to leave some people on A point, just so you know that you don't lose that in your push. But GOTR's going for a strong C point right now. Bulldogs, PPA starts
now
to
or
come
never.
in. Yeah, this is going to be an important base for them. Are they going to take the lead or are they going to fall a little bit behind? 12 seconds left. Points currently flipping in favor of GOTR. Mid, any beacons?
Oh,
No beacon check for mid over here. Looks like they're flipping over here. I believe I see some.
We do have a. Or no, we don't.
Over at
we have an
point.
infill coming to A. Infill from mid.
Yeah, here's the push over here.
That's
That's got to be very quick. Mid's got to be quick on this. They got 4 points currently neutralized, not flipping in anyone's favor. GOTR's got to rotate quickly back from C point over to A point. Look at this. GOTR streaming in over here. Hopefully they don't.
The infill. You didn't see the infill.
Infill missed.
This
3,
infill run around the
2,
Rosie.
1. Goes over to GOTR. GOTR well played on that one. Rotated well when they needed to.
That's
Currently,
huge.
Yeah, map play there and logistics was definitely what allowed GOTR to get that base. Mid didn't have any sort of like air dominance or vehicle dominance that whole fight. It was very difficult for them to rotate around, and it showed. Current fights looks like Bitter Gorge is there, but Granite Head is probably going to be the place to be next. We're going to fly over there, clip through every single rock. Sorry. 45 seconds, and we see, yeah, so mid's definitely rotating over here. We see a squad coming over here. They're going to be going for A point first, probably, just to get a little bit of time on there, and I expect to see GOTR Galaxies flying on over. Galchuk?
Oh man, if those GOTR sites had been a little bit more preemptive, they could have wiped that entire mid push across. They're just running across out in the open, but they're able to.
True, yeah, with
In fact,
no air over here.
See, there's no GOTR in this pop, in this hex. I think GOTRs might be moving straight on the Slate Canyon.
Slate Canyon. It looks like they're actually a little bit slow to rotate over here. It looks like Bitter Gorge is still where a lot of their pop is. They might be pulling, maxes and stuff over there. Let's fly over. A lot of it is vehicle pop, mind you. They might be... So C point's been fixed over here. It was taken by mid, but now GOTR's taking that back.
They do have people on Slate Canyon ready for that back cap as soon as Bitter's neutralized again.
Perfect. And they could also, in the meantime, begin to just, poke at Granite Head because they've got good time on the timer right now. If they, just send 1 or 2 people over here just to, make mid have to deal with 2 bases instead of 1, that could definitely be a strong point for them. I'm going to go check out Nexus Omega because there's like... What's the pop doing over there?
True.
I believe GOTR has hacked the air terminals over here, and they are using that to prevent mid-air from pushing up over here. Good tactic over here. I like that.
But it doesn't really matter because mid has not pulled. I don't know if mid has pulled any aircraft since. Oh, just as I say that, 2 Valkyries come up in the mid warp gate.
Okay, and
almost simultaneously.
They are being a little bit spawn camped. You see Scythes over here. 3 Scythes for GOTR right now. Yeah, those Galaxies are already...
This looks like possibly an air repulse. 2 Scythes now coming out of the warp gate, or 3 Mosquitoes coming out of the mid warp gate.
One of those Valks has to bail. Other Valk check. Yeah, alright, looks like a little bit of an air duel right
meantime,
now.
infantry fight is kicking off at both Granite Head and Slate Canyon, about even pop in both hexes.
Perfect.
Timer in favor of GOTR at Slate Canyon. Granite Head, B is flipping in favor of... That is mid taking it back, so this timer will go back in favor of mid.
Roger that. It looks like the air push that... Oh, here we go. 2 Valks trying to come. They're going low, going sneaky. Turns around, though. Going the wrong direction, it looks like, on accident. Are they going to get spotted and shot out? You see a lot of the Scythes. They're not looking down right now. None of those AA guns are active. Nothing goes through. First one slips by. First one's been spotted. White Mage currently under attack. Down to half health, goes down. Other one gets through. Long gets through. Barely. I think 1 occupant survived. We're over here at Slate Canyon, sorry. Points currently in favor of mid. Looks like this has been decently fixed. Yeah, this has been fixed by mid. GOTR has some drops on the outside.
This vehicle control, these mag riders that we saw at Bitter Gorge are now up on the hills above the spawn room of mid spawn room and are shelling any infantry who try to push in that upper door into A.
That's going to be super rough for mid right now. Wait, the timer's in favor of TR. TR is GOTR.
TR is NC. NC is yes. Someone's
in favor of point, and they're battling, and the mag riders are doing work. My goodness.
Yeah, but despite the mag riders, despite it all, mid is back on point, and I see no resonates coming in for GOTR, so that is a GOTR wipe. Mid has resecured this point.
It definitely looks like mid infantry is definitely winning a lot of these engagements, but the hard part is getting that mid infantry up. GOTR are just punishing them severely for the lack of their air control right now, and they are up on points right now. Looks like I think hydroponics. I think that's bugged. Can you go check if hydroponics is flipping or not? can't tell.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and take a look at Granite Head Reactor over here. See what's going on here. Points in favor of GOTR. Yeah, okay, so points in favor of GOTR.
It looks like is a flash here on point.
Okay, so this is what you were bringing up before.
But
the PPA is punishing mid when they're trying to run out here.
you have Outlaw Jaws on point here at Hydroponics Compound. He came in with a flash, now he's laying down those prox mines everywhere. Every door he can see, he's laying down a prox mine.
Mid push has started over here. They're going in through door 1. We're going to follow them in.
He can't cap the point. I think the point has been... I think there's a back cap. There is a mid back cap at Satcom.
Very nice. Just a single point then it must be. Over
Just
here
a single
at
point.
Granite Head. Looks like mid pushed onto point. Yeah, so again we're seeing mid's infantry definitely dominating. You know, I'm comfortable saying that. And GOTR's really going to have to rely on a lot of these vehicles. So a lot of this is going to depend on, are these vehicles in the right place for GOTR to get the cap through or not. See one Galaxy, two Galaxy. So Galaxies are coming in over here at Granite Head. We might see a drop. Some drops on C point right now. Drops those B point as well.
Drops on B
looks
as
like
well.
GOTR's going for a retake.
D1 on B, it looks like.
Let's go into C point. See how that's going. Not enough drops, I don't think.
No, same story on B point, it looks like. GOTR dropped, but they dropped kind of all over the place. They had people going every door. But there's a very weak mid hold here. Only 3 men up in 50s, and the man on short goes down, and GOTR pushes up short.
Okay, flying over to the powerhouse right now. Here we are, watching the fight. Oh, gets knifed. Brutal.
I saw that.
Cat
Heard them calling for
over
reses
here.
in Proxy Chat, actually. Proxy Chat. Shout out to Proxy Chat.
Let's go Proxy. I don't have that on. But over here, points are now in favor of GOTR.
And that will be GOTR securing B building. Powerhouse is under GOTR control.
Right, okay, so it's like backwards. Alright, and here come a lot of the vehicles now. Just looking at the minimap, we see 1, 2, 3 Galaxies at least, a Valk, a lot of air to ground overall. But, you know, mid can hold this position for a while. You know, GOTR only has
interesting strat here from these from GOTR. They have a Galaxy up on top with the module that cancels out lock-ons. I forgot what it's called. And they're using that to cancel. Yeah, they're using that to cancel out mid's strikers. Mid has to hit with their strikers. They cannot rely on the proxy lock.
Smart play right there. Okay, so that one's prox repair. That one I think is jammer. So yeah. 2 points now in favor of GOTR, although B point's flipping back in favor for mid right now. Just a little bit of ring around the rosy. Let's take a look at the map, recap where we're at right now. Hydroponics compound just kind of keeps going back and forth right now. Granite Head is
my man Outlaw's Jaws got any proxy mine kills?
I'm not sure.
I see him, he's still there. Oh, there goes one. Doesn't get a kill with it though.
Take a look right now. GOTR, I believe their plan is going to be start pushing over to B point right now. A point's going to be rough. Yeah. Every time mid tries to run across these bridges, a couple of them die just slowly. So good air dominance by GOTR.
The back cap at Hydroponics compound has been stopped. It looks like GOTR's plan is mostly just play the timer, play the point game.
Yeah, they can
flip
afford
points,
to do that.
be annoying, create those little like pockets of cancer, you know, bait them into a point that's full of prox mines and stuff, make them think there's more people than there are, and leverage their vehicles against mid when they fully commit to a base like they are here at Granite Head.
Yeah, for sure. GOTR's definitely showing a lot of creativity in the way that they're doing, you know, hacking the anti-air terminals at the mid home base. That's going to be very annoying to deal with, and that's just going to, you know, slowly and keep setting you back over and over. And I don't think GOTR Air has really, like, GOTR Air got up, and then it's just stayed up. It's never really gone down yet.
We saw that one quick repull from mid. It was kind of a half-hearted repull, though. I think they mostly just pulled those mosquitoes to try to escort the Valkyries in. But other than that, I'm not sure I've seen a single vehicle pull from mid this entire game.
Yeah. But, you know, despite that, they're getting by with beacons. You know,
They are
pretty
indeed, and that is a testament to their beacon. Their beacon. Never mind. I can't speak today.
Yeah,
Take it away,
like,
Varunda.
Managing the timers on beacons like can be difficult. You know, making sure that you have
Discipline.
someone.
That's the word.
Discipline. That's a good word for
Yeah.
that. I like that word.
Word of the day is discipline, everyone.
There you go. Write it down. Looks like both points are currently flipping. One in phase. So mid is kind of, you know, they're just doing a good job of containing Granite Head Reactor, making sure that none of those things get, you know, too far, too close for comfort. I believe
1 minute on Bitter
Bitter
Gorge.
Gorge.
Mid looks like mid has started a cap on Bitter Gorge.
I'm gonna go check out Bitter Gorge. I thought GOTR has Bitter Gorge.
Yeah,
So-
but mid is capping Bitter Gorge.
Right.
See, GOTR or mid is definitely doing a good job of denying GOTR the chance to cap Granite Head, but it doesn't really matter because all GOTR has to do is keep the fight at Granite Head, and mid can't really react anywhere else, and they need to because they are currently down a base.
So despite having the center base, GOTR's doing a really good job of making sure that they can't leverage that strength that center base gives them. Which is very, very well played. Although GOTR's going to definitely have to do something about this mid push over here. Mid's got 2 of the points, A and C, over at Bitter Gorge right now.
And I think this is what we needed to see more from mid. They've been very inflexible. They've had a strategy and they've stuck to it. And I have a lot of respect for that. But when it's not working and you lose two of the 3 bases on the opener and get stuck at the middle, you got to start reevaluating. And it looks like they have now that they've full committed to Bitter Gorge.
Yeah, here we go.
30 seconds on
seconds
this
left.
gap.
GOTR's got to do something quick. And this is where, you know, the strength of mid, they're going to be able to rotate quickly with those beacons. Relying on vehicles for GOTR is going to slow them down a lot right here, and they haven't responded in time to deal with this. Looks like B has a couple of drops. Hopefully they're going to be slowing down the cap over here. Okay, so drops on B, that's going to be very good for GOTR. Buy them a little bit more time. That's what they need. B left unsecure for mid. Looks like they're holding A and C right now, though, so that's going to still be
The
pretty
Sky
good.
Shields go up on A. They are committed to this A hold. They are looking for
got
every bit
15
of cover they can
seconds
get
left.
from this unrelenting air-to-ground spam.
I have not. PPA's been playing in my ear for the past 20 minutes. GOTR's got to do something. And they just don't have
3 seconds.
People just aren't in the right places. This drop over here from the Galaxy comes a little bit too late. And mid with that good cap, well played over there. They played the timers well and played what they needed to do.
See, and this is where the vehicle dominance kind of can come back to bite GOTR. GOTR needs to understand that if they control the vehicle game, that doesn't matter if they can't get a body on that point.
Exactly. And it's going to slow down a lot of their rotations as well. Trying to rely on those.
I think that's what mid finally figured out. They knew that GOTR was just locking them down at Granite Head, and they say, wait, we don't need to fight you here. All your cheese is here. Let's just go somewhere else. We're mobile. You're not.
Yeah, exactly. Playing to their strengths, good adaptation. That said, Granite Head, they've got to move quickly. Follow up with that speed. Granite Head's on a fast cap right now, I believe. Yeah, fast cap for GOTR, 130 left. We're going to see the spawns in. Hopefully the air to ground is in position for GOTR to prevent mid from pushing up here. We also got Compound. Compound's been going back and forth. Not much action going on there. Looks like a bit of a fight has started over at Argent Pass as well. It's going to be good. And mid hasn't responded to this yet. I actually think that this was just a ghost cap. I've been bamboozled as well. It was just a single person at Granite Head.
A single mid LA just flying his way over. Drifter LA flying his way over to B point right now.
Red Brute in blue.
Red Blute.
Not fixing the B point.
He's not fixing the point? What
Are they
is he
going
doing?
to check beacons?
I feel like he thinks there's a hold in there, and he's trying to like get somewhere to place a beacon or something. But
Maybe.
there's no one here.
Yeah, I think
Here comes Waffler as well now. Known devil dog Waffler running across that bridge.
Oh, here we go. Beacon down. Okay, Red Brute placed the beacon down now. And yeah, B point's just left uncontested. Easy fix by Waffler.
This is easy fix by mid, but I feel like GOTR missed a huge opportunity. 6 guys here, and they capped this space.
Yeah, how do you stop that beacon being put down and had left something over here to try to... Yeah, look at this drop. If they were a little bit quicker, again, on that rotation, they would have been good. Argent Pass those started. We're going to fly over there, check that out. Oh, this is going to be a rough base for mid to take, just because I believe all of the windows are open.
Oh, open window
Rel,
bases.
please close the windows.
Meanwhile, while mid commits to defending Argent Pass, GOTR has started a cap here at Hydroponics, and this is a full squad set up on point.
GOTR's
Caltrops,
also just
Spitfires,
dropped half
the
a
whole
galaxy
works.
at Argent Pass, beginning or mid drop, I think. Looks like they're struggling to get in though. A couple of them got in. That's good. More beacons over here for mid. Although a lot of dead bodies. We're gonna need a resonate or something in there. Yeah. Resonate comes out. Perfect. 220 left on the timer.
220 here at Hydroponics compound as well. It is
220
going
on
to be a
both.
game of
Yeah.
it's
who's
going to be
give
a
up?
game of chicken here.
Although I feel like
So far, just a
GOTR
few
have more,
trickles.
GOTR might just actually have more people if they're able to do a 50-50 and also have more pop at Hydroponics. So mid's going to be playing a losing game here with numbers.
No, actually, it's because mid has done a vehicle repull, full air squad over Hydroponics compound. Mosquitoes in the air for mid.
Oh, perfect. That's going to be really good. They're going to probably be headed over to Argent Pass in a little bit. You know, clean up this brutal air-to-ground game that GOTR's playing right now. See Xenon Sky coming through. Are their hitches gone? No, I'm just not talking about them. Goes down. Xenon Sky's got to get a beacon down. Xenon Sky got a beacon down. Let's see any drops from that one. The beacon's going to have to go down quick. Beacon's already down, but that might be a little bit too late. Two drops coming in from that one. So that's going to be good.
Speaking of beacons, mid beacons go up at Hydroponics compound. We have squads dropping in. GOTR's holding for now, but mid pop is slowly starting to trickle up.
We're here at Argent Pass, still about a 50-50. They've got a, I believe, is that a Lodestar? Yeah, so we got a Lodestar Galaxy on the roof. That's gonna be
Timer's almost identical
brutal.
between these two bases.
Who's gonna go first? Who's gonna break? Ooh, good cap over here from Nexus Secure Substation. Keep the pressure up. Use that middle base and just start capping a lot of stuff.
But the GOTR hold collapses at Hydroponics compound. Mid has resecured this.
GOTR's got to do something over at Argent Pass as well. They're just not able to break in right now, and that's that infantry diff that we keep talking about. GOTR's got to try to leverage these bulldogs and stuff, but GOTR's doing a great job mid's doing a great job of dealing with that. And hopefully you're not bulldogging your own push. Do not bulldog your own push.
Oh my goodness! This galaxy has warped into the point building. Are you seeing this?
At Argent?
Argent.
Nah, not for me.
I'll take a screenshot.
Okay. It's funny.
It's just inside the building.
We got 15 seconds left on the timer. GOTR's got to do something. They've only got one push left. Mid's gonna do this. A little bit of a push on lower right now. A couple people go down, but
They're coming in. They're trickling in on upper though. They just need to get their bodies in.
they gotta go. Max has come in. Go in. Go in. Go in. Not
Max
enough
is
time. A
taking
little
up
bit too
points,
late.
boys.
Casual noob goes down.
They have an entire squad just standing up. There's almost no one watching this upper door.
Yeah,
from
what's
mid,
going on
and
upper?
there was an entire
Where was this
squad
push
of GOTR
5
just
seconds
standing
ago?
there.
That push needed to be 5 seconds earlier. They started the
James, the
recap,
Max-
but
Started the recap, but they've traded off too much for this.
yeah, they lost Hydroponics and they lost Argent Pass. They lost the game of chicken there. And now mid could have a pretty rough time trying to push up, to be fair. All these bridges and stuff, and you still got all the air dominance for GOTR.
They don't need to push up, to be fair though. 18 minutes left in this match, and they have a 2-base lead. Or 3-base lead.
3-base lead, yeah. And I believe, yeah, Nexus Secure Substation has been fixed. Oh, and it's unfixed. It looks like mid is also rotating people over to Nexus Secure Substation. That's going to be actually really good. You know, if you give up Argent Pass, that's okay. But if you can cut off Azarek, that's going to be very, very strong for mid. So I suspect mid is actually not going to be fighting over here. And GOTR's got to rotate over to Nexus Secure Substation pretty quickly.
Yeah. You know, this is exactly what we're talking about. Mid has adapted. They figured GOTR out. They figured they could just out-rotate their vehicle ball.
Yep. And there's also just no vehicles over here at Nexus Secure. I think this is the base they got to be at right now. It doesn't really matter, you know, that Argent Pass, because that's just mostly, you know, AA.
Oh, we do have a big spawn wave coming in from GOTR.
Squad. That's going to be a rough push. They take the low
Very,
ground.
I don't think they've been spotted yet, though.
Yeah. No rotations.
But
Here we
what
go.
are they
Bit of a
doing?
rotation now. Plasma nade from Casual Noob takes out one. I think mid just let themselves get flanked here.
They did, but GOTR aren't capitalizing on it.
Yeah, they're not pushing in right now. Little disjoint and disorganized. You know, you still got people. Yeah, okay. You got people pushing to door one, people pushing the spiral right now. Little disorganized for sure.
Lickety Splitter, another known devil dog on points. Connor represent. He just held off four GOTR mans.
Despite
He's
that,
still going for it.
GOTR's got a Galaxy in now, although we got beacons up for mid. Mid's currently dropping in on the point right now.
Lickety Split gets another pick on point. He's helped out by Shotgun Man, Tole.
I'm here now. We got Cheese Ranger is what I'm going to call them. Point back in favor of
Yeah.
mid.
Oh, but here comes
the mid.
here comes the GOTR squad, though.
Yeah. Oh,
and
Cheese
that
Ranger
will be the
just goes
resecure
down.
for GOTR.
Yeah.
In fact, that's coincided almost exactly with the GOTR
With Argent
vehicle
Pass.
ball showing up.
Well, they've also lost Argent Pass too.
Yeah, they've lost. The GOTR vehicle ball had to pull off Argent Pass to come fix this.
And now, yeah,
And
this
in
is
the
where you
meantime,
see the speed of
Mid just
infantry
rotated
win.
back to Argent Pass.
You know, despite GOTR having strong air presence, mid is able to just rotate quicker. This is a really good showing of why air can be strong, but doesn't really matter too much, you know, if you're not able to be at the right place.
Oh, and we're seeing how much this base means to mid. This is a big nanite investment from them. I'm seeing at least 2, maybe 3 maxes on this point.
Yeah, I see 3 maxes. Oh, big drop from GOTR. One of the Galaxies goes
Here's the
down,
GOTR
though.
drop.
First Galaxy death I've seen, actually.
Lots of GOTR on the roof.
Yep, GOTR on the roof, dropping
And
down, pushing
grouping up
lower
on
right
lower
now.
door, grouping up on lower door.
No one's willing to start the push, though. It seems like they're all
They're
just a
taking
little bit
too
afraid.
long. They're very, very timid. I don't know if they have like a set infantry lead. You gotta tell them, hey boys, get in here with me.
Yeah, they're being slowly picked off, and they're having to burn a lot of resonades just getting to the door. You don't want to use resonades outside the door. That's what medics are for. You want to be using the resonades when you're pushing in right now.
For
And GOTR's
sure.
just stuck outside. They're not able to get in. Now it's Fabric Schaffner. She's doing work in the window. Goes down, though. Rez is
It's
coming
just
in.
a shooting gallery for mid.
Yeah, they're starting to get some flanks as well. They pushed in from upper, and mid's just able to rotate around and deal with it.
We have a
here
fresh
comes the
drop
push out.
wave, fresh beacon wave on roof now from GOTR. But again, it's disorganized. We have 2 that drop upper totally alone and
Oh, here
get
come
picked off
redrops
easily.
for GOTR. Yeah, a little bit of a trickling though. Here comes a Galaxy. Any drops? We got a good drop over here. That's probably a repulled Galaxy. I think the air to ground's also got to spend a little bit of time like softening them up. You know, that's definitely seemed to work for GOTR. Just bulldog that for 20 seconds. You know, get their shields down, then push in with that advantage you got. Any other
Who are
caps
our
we're
Mag
looking
Rider
at?
mans? Champagan and Revs are two Mag Rider mans just shelling this point. I'm sure that they've had a decent game for themselves stat-wise. I doubt they've died yet, but they're not really helping their team much right now.
Yeah, like you're gonna hesh the door that your friendlies are trying to push through. Like, it's not like maybe you can get some angles in through the window and stuff, but at some
Even
point
so,
you
mid
gotta
is
get out of
making-
your vehicles.
Mid's doing a really good job of holding further back in, where there's still an open window on this
Bottom of the
eastern or
stairs
southern
is where
side on
you're
the
gonna
base.
Yeah,
And
bottom of
that's
stairs.
That's a full recap for mid.
With 13 minutes left on the clock, it's looking a little bit grim for GOTR. GOTR's gonna have to start some caps and get their air over there quickly. It looks like they've actually set up in Nexus Alpha, huh?
Interesting. Is that a
Okay,
vehicle repull, perhaps?
no, I see a whole infantry squad over here at Nexus Alpha.
Oh, they've committed to the warp gate defense.
Oh, look at that ram from Pork Polar. Just bonk. Get out of here. Gets bonked on. I'm not sure if I really like this play from GOTR. I think this
I
is
do not
playing a
agree
little
with
bit
this
too
play either.
defensive. They can't be defensive. They're down.
They're conceding. They're kind of conceding themselves right now to the warp gate camp.
Yeah, like
We've seen this a lot in other matches so far, I think. Teams get pushed back to their warp gate base, and they send everyone, they panic, and they say, everyone back, we gotta defend our home base.
It's a
And then the other
7-minute
team
cap.
can just,
Like,
yeah,
you'll
and then
have
the other
time.
teams can just pick off the remaining bases at their own leisure.
Yeah.
That being said, however, we do have GOTR on Granite Head Reactor,
Granted,
a minute
perfect.
30 remaining
That's
on that
what
cap.
go for that one. You know, full commit to that one. You know, you'll have the time, even if you wipe at Granite Head, you'll have time to rotate back to Nexus Alpha. But in the meantime, it looks like MIID is actually engaging on this. They're trying to push in.
Mid is.
And it's
They
just
are
not
pushing into point
working.
building right now.
Oh, here we go. Here's the push. But like, I guess if you get MIID to like commit to this with maxes and stuff, like that could be good. But I'd rather see GOTR on the offensive right now.
You know, like again,
Get Granite
just want
Head
to put
through.
it out there. GOTR's vehicles, they had all this air control. They have all these galaxies, all these sites, and yet still, MIID has gotten almost their entire platoon onto that A point almost unscathed.
Yeah, and MIID's going to be very comfy here. This is well sectioned off from any sort of, explosive spam. GOTR is going to have a rough time getting this. That said, did they fix Granite Head with the timer bugs? I can't tell. How's Granite Head looking?
They have not fixed Granite Head
in
yet. 49
favor
seconds on
of
that.
GOTR. Okay, so just a little bit of ring around the rosy going over at Granite Head. So that's going to be good. But at this point,
GOTR has time. They have time. I would be sending more people over there. They have a deployed galaxy here, I believe. They do. I would be sending just a. Actually, I don't even think they need to. I don't see any MIID here.
Granite Head?
At Granite Head, yes.
I think that's fine. MIID is saying whatever. You can take that base. You can try to take Bitter Gorge. Because so long as MIID just takes Nexus Alpha, they win. It doesn't matter what else GOTR has done. So in that case, actually, I do like this all in from MIID.
That being
they've shown
said,
that their infantry is dominant, and this is going to be a strong base for MIID.
Definitely, but if it is sort of a gamble though from MIID to let those bases go, because if they get wiped off a point here, they do not have any logistics at this base, and they're not getting any more logistics.
No,
They're not getting a
what's
bus
in there
with all
is
those
in
Mag
there.
Riders and
You're not
everything.
getting more res.
What's in there is in there. That's
no
true.
more maxes, no more C4. Got to be very conservative with your like resonate usage and stuff. And I think GOTR's just they also got to get out of the vehicles. Like vehicles are
Really
not going
at
to do
this
you any
point.
favors here. Despite the vehicle control, beacons are up for MIID. What is this? Why is there beacons up when you have air control? You need to kill those beacons. But they're not. They're just spamming what. I don't like that usage of air by GOTR. You got to kill those beacons. That's what's going to do it for them. And
MIID
while
doing a very good job staying inside and not letting GOTR's vehicles have any effect on them.
so GOTR's going to continue with their gambit right now. They took Granite Head Reactor. They've got a fast cap going on Bitter Gorge, but MIID's got the timer advantage. GOTR is going to lose this fight. They got to get MIID off of their home base right now. Let's try to see any push started. Let's get a look at that entry over here. We got a max.
Oh, Elder Form Drifter jets into the point room but dies. Goes in alone.
That's not very. A Drifter LA is not useful for breaching. I'll just
Don't
say
tell
it.
that to Elder Form. He's trying for it. He's
You
going
know
for
what?
it.
God bless Elden Form. Keep at it.
You know, and I think this is where we see a lot of the kit that GOTR's using isn't really helping them much here. I see lots of lashers. I see lots of maxes that aren't pushing, that are kind of playing more defensively. All they're really doing is keeping MIID pinned
bit
in
of a
there,
push
which
from
is fine.
GOTR now.
It's like, we'll gladly stay in here.
Yeah, like MIID is A-okay with Hesh outside because of how sectioned off this is. And GOTR's got to get out of the vehicles. Ditch the Galaxy. Get a push going. Get some maxes. Casting that doorway is not helpful because they can just back up. We go. Bit of a push. This is what I want to see. Good flank from GOTR. That's what I was going to comment on next. Is we didn't see much of a push over here. Fight going on in the Western Powerhouse right now. Melodic goes down. Resonate comes out though. Good Resonate. Yeah, that push just doesn't really work out. They didn't have that like forward, and they just got stuck in a chokehold right there. Sometimes through these doorways, you just gotta walk through.
interesting thing to note. I see no defensive. Oh no, there is one defensive Sunderer, I believe. Yeah, one defensive Sunderer from GOTR on the warp gate side, on the west side of the base. But I would expect they want Sunderers on each side, on each entrance in here, on each of these powerhouses, so they can vary up their flanks. But they only have the one currently.
Perfect, yeah. Varying flanks, that's going to be great for GOTR. If they can get some good logistics, really maintain this. Is that... Okay, the beacon went down. Phew. What color is this beacon? Red beacon. Okay. So this is where GOTR started to apply the pressure. You see that mid doesn't look as healthy as they used to look. Mid used to have about 60% pop. GOTR's bringing... Wait, did they just bring in a Valk of people?
They really?
They just... Oh my... GOTR. They just let a Valk of people drop in. And they've got a beacon up. GOTR's air, not very effective. That... It's really rough seeing a team with dominant air control, and then a Valk just flies it. Like, okay, this is a nasty
Jack
Valk,
L,
though.
you guys might just have to get out of your vehicles.
And just push. Like... We've been saying that for the past 5 minutes, but it's going to get to the point where you have to do it, and you're going to run out of time eventually. Like if you do it, if your last ditch effort is okay, everyone get out of the vehicles at 30 seconds, that doesn't really matter. You know, all those pushes before didn't make a difference. And then you know, mid's just doing a great job of watching these flanks, and GOTR's not. They just kind of need to pick something and go. They need to coordinate their flanks.
The southern door, we have 2 GOTR Maxes just standing here with around 4 medics.
Mid beacon is still up, despite the air. They gotta go for flanks here, trying to walk through these doors. Yeah, Max without any support. Oh, here we go. It's getting rezzed. That's good. That's good from mid. That's gonna give them a lot of pressure.
Mid, yep.
And any kind of last-ditch effort that mid has that GOTR has, it's now dead.
GOTR has to group up. They have maybe one chance left. People trickling out of the spawn room now.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be enough.
Booshing in, dying, you know, getting a kill then dying, not effective. Because they're just going to get rezzed, and you're not going to get rezzed. GOTR's got to go for a push right now. And they've spent all this time flapping about. They've got to do something. 20 seconds left or they lose. See a bit of a GOTR push coming in through long stairs on the west over here, but they're just being stuck. They're stuck inside 50s right now. They're coming through. They're throwing in conks. Couple of
10 seconds.
Mid is left. They got to start pushing in. 8 seconds left. They got to go in. They're being stuck on the door right now. This is where you need a flank.
Not enough.
Not enough.
That's gonna be mid.
That's it.
Mid victory.
Mid wins. So despite having dominant air and a very strong opener from GOTR, they just did not effectively use those forces. Like, it looked good at the start, but when you're having Valks fly in and you got beacons on door 1 that stay up there for like a minute, I'm not really impressed by the air control. You know, you have air control, but you're not using that air control. You're not maintaining it.
Flexibility. New word of the day. New word of the day. Flexibility.
All right. Old word of the day. That's out. Don't use that
one.
Gone.
Dead.
New one.
Flexibility. Mid showed extreme flexibility. They kind of played into GOTR's game at the beginning, and that's why GOTR had such a strong opening. But whereas mid reevaluated their game plan and adapted and figured GOTR out, GOTR kept with the same stuff the entire game, and it bit them in the ass.
Yeah, mid did a fantastic job adapting. They were down at the start, they were getting bulldogged, but they just transferred all in on infantry, you know? We'll use our faster rotations over here, and we'll just win base off of that, which is what they did, and they took the warp gate base. The gambit that GOTR was going for, trying to cut it off, didn't work out. Other than that, we're not going to be doing any interviews, but overall, good match. I enjoyed that match. Pretty even match. I think if GOTR had a little bit more flexibility, they definitely would have been a strong contender for that one. Yeah, word of the day, flexibility. Hey, what part of speech is that? I think it's an adjective. I don't know.
You'd have to get Brad back in here. He's the English major.
Yeah. All right. Other than that, strong from both teams, but I think GOTR just they dropped the ball a little bit at the end. They needed to get their infantry all together, and they just didn't do so in enough time.
I think if GOTR can work out their vehicle discipline a bit more, discipline, word of the day again. It's back. You got it, it's gone.
Okay,
It's back.
flexibility. That word's out. Back to discipline, everyone.
Back to discipline. If they can be a bit more flexible, or back to flexible.
All right. Discipline. That one's out. We're gonna have to be flexible on our word of the day. All right.
Yep, we're changing.
We're not disciplined on this.
If they can learn to use to when to ditch their vehicles and group up and just get their asses on point. You know, don't delay around in the doorways, get themselves in there, pre-res nade. I think they can be a very strong team, especially amongst like the kind of middle of the bracket, you know, the teams that are looking to take games off of the favorites, give them matches and overall just kind of sit kind of midfield this season.
Yeah.
Mid.
Okay. Word of the day.
I think they have a chance, but if they keep playing like they played today, where they just crutch too hard on their vehicles and they don't jump out when they need to, they're going to have a very rough time come the rest of the season. On the same page, MIID, very, very well played with their infantry. Show that they're a very good infantry outfit. But their total disregard for the vehicle game, 90% of the time, I think will come to bite them if they play a team that's more evenly balanced than GOTR.
Yeah, for sure. And I think same thing with GOTR. If GOTR plays another team that has very strong air as well, they're definitely going to suffer there. They got to be able to, be flexible and vary up their game plan a little bit. But other than that, that's all we got. If you go ahead and type !schedule, we got some couple more matches coming up for you in about hour and a half. We're gonna have some more matches. Good game overall. Handshakes all around, everyone. Handshakes.
Handshakes.
Perfect. And that's going to be the final word of the day. Is going to be handshakes, everyone. Perfect.
This reminds me of another bit from my interview when I asked who would win between GOTR and MIID before the match. Good old Zobraxion said, "Why not both? They could just hug it out and everybody wins."
Why not both? Handshakes all around.
And you know what? Lots of GGs in chat from both these teams. I see a lot of them here in Sanctuary getting together, having jumps about. So looks like everyone had fun.
Everyone, yep. Handshakes for everyone. Perfect. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.